When I lost my job, it honestly felt like my entire life collapsed overnight. One day, I had a stable career, plans for the future, and people constantly around me. The next day, silence. My friends slowly stopped checking on me. My phone got quieter, and every interview rejection made me feel worse about myself. But the person whose distance hurt the most was Emily. We had been together for 4 years. She used to tell me we'd survive anything together, but once the money disappeared, so did her patience. At first, it was small things. She'd get irritated easily, compare me to other people, complain whenever we went somewhere cheap. Then eventually, she stopped pretending altogether. One night during dinner, she looked at me and said, "I can't keep living like this." I remember asking her what she meant, even though deep down I already knew. She sighed and said, "I need stability, Jake. I need someone who actually has a future." That sentence stayed in my head for months, not because she left, but because she made me feel like I was nothing without success. A week after our breakup, I saw pictures of her online with some rich businessman named Ryan. Expensive restaurants, vacations, designer gifts, everything she used to dream about. Meanwhile, I was barely paying rent. I won't lie, watching her move on that fast destroyed me. There were nights I genuinely questioned my worth, but eventually I got tired of feeling sorry for myself. I started focusing on rebuilding my life slowly. I worked freelance jobs during the day, learned new skills at night, and spent almost an entire year grinding in silence while everyone who doubted me kept laughing from a distance. Then, finally, things changed. I launched my own small digital marketing business, and somehow it actually took off. One client became 3, then 10, then suddenly I had my own office and employees. For the first time in years, life started feeling good again. Then one evening, during a business networking event downtown, I saw Emily again. Except this time, she looked completely different, tired, stressed. The confident girl who left me for a better future looked miserable. When our eyes met, she froze instantly. Later that night, she walked up to me quietly and said, "Jake, can we talk?" Turns out Ryan had lost most of his money after a failed investment, and the relationship she thought was perfect completely fell apart after that. Funny how quickly love disappears when it's built on lifestyle instead of loyalty. She looked at me with tears in her eyes and whispered, "Leaving you was the biggest mistake of my life." And honestly, a part of me used to dream about hearing those words. But standing there in front of her, I realized something. Revenge doesn't always feel satisfying. Sometimes the real victory is becoming someone who no longer needs an apology to heal. I smiled politely and told her, "I hope you find happiness, Emily." Then I walked away, because the version of me that once begged to be loved by her no longer existed anymore.